In this video we will discuss the lymphatic system of the human body. Lymphatic system is a part of both the circulatory and immune systems. Lymphatic system consists of three major components, namely lymph, lymphatic vessels, and lymphoid organs. We will discuss each components in detail in three separate videos. This video discusses the lymphatic vessels. Lymphatic vessels carry lymph from the interstitial spaces of tissues to the bloodstream. Mainly they carry proteins and large particulate matter, which can't be absorbed directly into the blood capillaries. So lymphatic vessels act as an accessory pathway to return proteins from the interstitial tissue to the bloodstream. Lymphatic vessels consist of lymphatic capillaries, collecting lymphatic vessels, lymphatic trunks, and the lymphatic ducts. The lymphatic capillaries are formed in the interstitial spaces as blind-ended sacs. They are made of single layer of endothelial cells. These endothelial cells are arranged in an overlapping fashion, such that it acts as a unidirectional flat valve. Fluid and its suspended particles can enter the lymphatic capillaries from the interstitial tissue. But once entered the lymphatic capillaries, the fluid and its suspended particles cannot escape out, due to the overlapping arrangement of the endothelial cells of the lymphatic capillaries, as any backflow will close the flat valve. There are also special types of lymphatic capillaries in the small intestine. These specialized lymphatic capillaries are called lacteals. These lacteals absorb nutrients from the small intestine and drain it into the bloodstream. It should be noted that the collapse of the capillaries is prevented by anchoring filaments binding the endothelial cells to the surrounding structural tissues in the interstitial spaces. The lymphatic capillaries join to form larger lymphatic vessels that carry the lymph away from the tissues and into the bloodstream. The lymphatic vessels are two types, superficial and deep vessels. Superficial lymphatic vessels run along the subcutaneous layer of the skin. It accompanies the vein. The deep lymphatic vessels carry lymph away from the internal organs to the bloodstream. It accompanies the artery. The superficial lymphatic vessels drain into the deep lymphatic vessels. Both superficial and deep lymphatic vessels go through lymph nodes. The lymphatic vessels draining into the lymph nodes are called afferent vessels, and the vessels that carry lymph away from the lymph node are called efferent lymphatic vessels. These efferent lymphatic vessels join to form larger vessels called lymphatic trunks. There are 4 paired and 1 unpaired lymphatic trunk. They are named according to the region of the body they drain the lymph. The 4 paired lymphatic trunks are jugular, which drains head and neck regions; subclavian lymphatic trunk, which drain the upper limbs; bronchomediastinal lymphatic trunk, which drains the chest; lumbar lymphatic trunk drains the abdomen, pelvis, and lower limb regions. The 1 unpaired lymphatic trunk is called intestinal trunk. It drains chyle, that is lymph-rich in fats, from the intestines. The lymphatic trunks merge together to form the 2 lymphatic ducts, namely, right lymphatic duct and the thoracic duct. The right jugular, the right subclavian and the right bronchomediastinal lymphatic trunks join to form the right lymphatic duct. The right lymphatic duct then drains into venous system at the junction of the right subclavian vein and the right internal jugular vein. The paired lumbar trunks join to form the cisterna chyli. The intestinal trunk usually drains into the left lumbar trunk, or it may directly drain into the cisterna chyli. The cisterna chyli superiorly continues as the thoracic duct. The thoracic duct enters the thoracic cavity through the aortic hiatus and ascends to the right of the midline, between the aorta and azygos vein. At the level of T5 vertebra, it crosses the midline to reach the left side of the vertebral column. Then it ascends to the thoracic inlet and reaches the root of the neck, where it arches forward and drains into the venous system at the junction of left subclavian vein and left jugular vein. The lymphatics from the lower 6 intercostal spaces of both sides joins to form descending thoracic lymphatic trunk, which in turn drains into the thoracic duct. Thoracic duct also receives the left upper intercostal lymph trunk that drains the left upper 5 intercostal spaces. It should be noted that the right upper intercostal lymph trunk that drains the right upper 5 intercostal spaces drain into the right lymphatic duct before the termination of the thoracic duct. It receives left jugular lymph trunk, left subclavian lymph trunk, and the left bronchomediastinal lymph trunk. So, 75% of the lymph of the human body is drained by the thoracic duct, except the right side of the head, neck, thorax, and right upper limb. These regions are drained by the right lymphatic duct. Like veins, the lymphatic vessels, trunks and ducts have valves to prevent backflow of lymph. But number of valves are more than the veins. The right lymphatic and the thoracic duct opening into the venous system is guarded by bicuspid valves. This allows only the lymph to enter the bloodstream and prevents the blood from entering the lymphatic system. There is no pump in the lymphatic system like the heart in the cardiovascular system. The pressure gradients to move lymph through the vessels come from the skeletal muscle contraction, respiratory movement, and contraction of smooth muscles of the lymphatic vessels. Almost all tissues of the body have lymph channels that drain excess fluid directly from the interstitial spaces. But they are absent in the epidermis, central nervous system, bone marrow, teeth, and other avascular tissues. It was believed for decades that central nervous system does not have a lymphatic system, but recent research has revealed that central nervous system also has a lymphatic drainage system. It is too complex to explain it in this video. I have given the link to the research paper in the description. Interested people can have a look at it. So, we conclude the video here. Hope the video was useful. We will discuss about the formation of the lymph in the next video.